We'll use last month's figures.
Wait, that's wrong.
Too blunt. What's better?
Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point?
Today, learn 4 ways to enter and 1 line to return the floor. Then take the final no-prompt meeting challenge. Welcome to English Mastery Buddy. This reply respects the speaker, gives a clear reason, and sounds professional. It is Tuesday morning. Maya and Daniel are preparing a client launch update. Daniel opens a chart from last month. Maya has today's report on her tablet. Revenue grew by 8% last month. We can use these numbers for the client. Maya sees that the new report says 5%. If she stays silent, the client will receive the wrong number. She needs to correct one fact, not criticize Daniel. Which entry sounds professional?
Wait, you're wrong. Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point?
Sorry to interrupt respects the speaking turn. The words "could I make the request" less direct. Clarify one point gives a specific reason for entering.
Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point? The latest report says 5%, not 8.
You're right. I opened the old chart. Thank you for catching that before the client call.
Sorry to interrupt. Could I clarify one point? Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point?
Use this when one fact needs a calm check. After the meeting, Daniel gives Maya one useful tip. Your words were good, and your timing helped. Listen for a natural pause before you enter. Don't interrupt while the speaker is mid-sentence. First, hear the speaker finish one idea. Then lean forward or raise one hand slightly. Make eye contact and use a calm voice. Your body language says, "I have one short point."
Sorry to interrupt.
The words are polite, but a sharp voice sounds impatient.
Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point?
Use one sentence, then let the meeting continue. Daniel finishes one idea and looks at his notes. Is this a good moment to enter? Yes, the short pause creates a natural opening. Enter calmly and keep the point relevant. Later, the team has a short hallway update. The client call is Thursday morning. Now, let's move on to the budget. Maya still does not know when her slides are due. If the topic changes, the deadline may stay unclear.
Before we move on, could I ask a quick question?
Of course, what do you need?
When should I send the updated slides?
Please send them by 3 today. Before we move on, connects the question to the current topic. A quick question promises that Maya will be brief. Do not use this line to start an unrelated conversation. The speaker is leaving the deadline topic. You still need one deadline answer. Enter before the topic changes.
Before we move on, could I ask a quick question?
At the collaboration desk, Daniel reviews the new schedule. Design finishes Thursday, so we can launch Friday morning. Maya knows the product still needs one full day of testing. This is not a question. It is one relevant risk. She needs a neutral way to add it.
Could I jump in for a moment?
Yes, go ahead.
Testing needs one full day after design finishes.
Then Friday morning is too early. Maya enters, gives one relevant sentence, and stops. We'll schedule testing on Friday and launch Monday. Her short contribution prevents a rushed launch. Jump in means enter the conversation for a moment. Use it for a helpful point that belongs to the discussion. Do not use it for a long speech or a different topic.
Could I jump in for a moment? Could I jump in for a moment?
10 minutes later, Maya returns to her desk. A new client email is waiting. The launch moved from Tuesday to Friday. The client also sent price sheet version 3. Daniel is still using version 2 in the meeting. This mistake could change the client's price. Waiting until the end would waste the team's work. Maya needs to interrupt now, but she should soften the correction. She returns to the conference room with the new file. We'll approve price sheet version 2 today. Maya sees the team preparing the wrong document. She has one clear fact and the new source. Which professional entry fits an urgent correction?
Sorry to cut in, but I think we may be looking at an earlier version. The client sent version 3 this morning.
Let me check the email. You're right. We'll use version 3. Sorry to cut in acknowledges that Daniel is speaking. The words I think make the correction less absolute. The words may be looking at also reduce personal blame. An earlier version names the information problem precisely.
You used the wrong file.
It sounds personal and blaming.
I think we may be looking at an earlier version.
That points to a shared information problem.
Sorry to cut in. I think we may be looking at an earlier version. Sorry to cut in, but I think we may be looking at an earlier version.
Maya has corrected the file. Her contribution is complete. If she keeps talking, it starts to sound like a new speech. She needs to return the floor clearly.
Thanks, please continue.
Thank you. We'll continue with the Friday launch plan. The meeting moves forward immediately. Everyone knows Maya has finished her point. Thanks shows appreciation for the speaking time. Please continue explicitly returns the speaking turn. Use it after a question, an added point, or a correction.
Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point? The latest report says 5%. Thanks, please continue.
Enter. Speak briefly. Return the floor. Now transfer the skill to a new video call. Listen without captions and notice why Maya interrupts. Is she asking a question, adding a point, or correcting a fact? The training starts at 10, and then we'll discuss the support plan.
Before we move on, could I ask a quick question?
Of course. Go ahead, Maya.
Should the remote team join at 10 or 10:30?
At 10:30. Thanks for checking.
Thanks, please continue.
Choose the reason now. Maya asked one quick question before the topic changed. That is why phrase to match the moment.
Before we move on, could I ask a quick question?
She connected the question to the current topic. Then she returned the floor after Daniel answered.
Thanks, please continue.
Do not memorize 4 entry lines and 1 handback line as a random list. Choose the entry by your reason for interrupting. You will solve 3 short office moments. The speaker is leaving the topic, but one deadline is unclear. What is your entry?
Before we move on, could I ask a quick question?
You have one short risk that belongs to the discussion. What is your entry?
Could I jump in for a moment?
The team is about to approve an earlier version. The correction cannot wait. What is your entry?
Sorry to cut in, but I think we may be looking at an earlier version.
After any short question or correction, return the floor. Say the handback line now.
Thanks, please continue.
This is the final no-prompt meeting challenge. Listen to Daniel without captions. Then interrupt correct the fact, and return the floor. We'll launch on Tuesday using Price Sheet version 2. Engineering can start as soon as we finish this call. Any final comments? Your turn. Speak now.
Sorry to cut in, but I think we may be looking at an earlier version. The client moved the launch to Friday and sent version 3. Thanks, please continue.
Perfect. We'll update the plan before engineering starts. First, Maya enters without blaming Daniel. Next, she gives the exact launch day and version number. Finally, she returns the floor. One calm interruption prevents the team from acting on old information. Use phrase 1 to clarify one point.
Sorry to interrupt, but could I clarify one point?
Use phrase 2 before the topic changes.
Before we move on, could I ask a quick question?
Use phrase 3 to add one relevant point.
Could I jump in for a moment?
Use phrase 4 for an urgent factual correction.
Sorry to cut in, but I think we may be looking at an earlier version.
Use phrase 5 when your short point is complete.
Thanks, please continue.
Which situation is hardest for you? Asking a question, adding a point, or correcting a fact? Write one complete sentence you can use at work. If this lesson helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with a coworker. Now you can interrupt briefly without sounding rude.